Good evening, Facebook friends and family. Y'all, YouTube friends and family. This is Susan Jackson coming at you live again from my webcam. I have Lynn Berry on the phone. Lynn, we wanted to introduce you to our Facebook friends and family. I'm sure a lot of people know Lynn Berry from Facebook, but we wanted to touch on some topics today, a
Yeah.
couple of topics. So Lynn, go ahead and say hi to everybody. Give a shout out.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope the day is good for everyone. And thank you, Susan, for listening to me.
No problem. I wanted to talk to you about the movie For Color Girls. We went and saw this last night, and girlfriend, I mean, that was a heavy, heavy movie. Um, what do you think about? What did you get out of that?
Well, the first thing I got out of it was definitely, hands down to Tyler Perry. Hands down to any producer, director that can take a play and make it into a movie and you understand, what it was about. And people, I haven't seen the play, but from what I hear and friends that have seen the play, they definitely say that it definitely it touches the play and it's not far fetched from it.
Right. So, do you think that some of this movie affected your? I mean, do you think that some of the segments in the movie had anything to do with your life at all?
Oh, definitely. It was probably too many segments that I could relate to, but the one without ruining the movie that sits in my mind the most,
Was
it
that
just made
scene?
me think of more accountability and things that we let into our lives, and maybe it looks good or it might even look bad, but we continue to allow certain things in our life, and they eventually explode.
Right. For those of you that haven't seen For Color Girls, I advise you to go see it. Don't go get a bootleg copy.
Nope.
Go sit down and actually go, spend that little $8, little $9. It's worth it. If you're gonna spend five on something bootleg that you ain't gonna be able to really see,
Yeah.
you need to spend this $8 or whatever it costs to get into that theater. Go see this movie because it's very, very heartfelt.
And it's worth it.
Yes, it's very much worth it. I mean, that one scene, Lynn, that you told me about, you almost walked out on, girl. I
Yeah.
swear, my hands was grabbing my purse keys, and then I said, no, let me sit down because I got
Yeah.
to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, I've never really, it's only so many movies that really move me like that to where, and it kind of sounds like corny, like wow, a movie can really make you cry, or because I was pretty much weeping. I'll just be honest and say, and not just with that scene, it was so much, even metaphors that you could just read, to me, apply to my life or things that went on, and like we talked earlier, and we were talking about. A couple of male friends, oh, is it male bashing? And like I said, I just like to label it as life bashing because, life is hard in itself. It also kind of checks me, we're not the only ones going through something. And sometimes you don't even, the person sitting next to you really, you might work with, go to church with, you really don't know what is going on in a person's, life. You're not going to know that by Facebook
Exactly.
updates. I don't care, especially Facebook updates. I can get on there and say, hey, I'm in Belize right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you really can't go off of that. But just in general, you never know what your neighbor is going through, your friend. It's just like a reality check because you can best believe everybody is going through something.
Exactly, because I know that that with this economy being the way it is, a lot of people are
Mhm.
going through a lot of stuff. And to be honest with you, Lynn, Lemon Lime also, not to move away from For Color Girls. You guys, again, I'm gonna tell you, I can't even stress it enough to go see this movie, go buy it, whatever. I mean, especially when a video comes out, I'm buying a copy. Because I gotta have this just to pass down to my grandkids or whatever. You know what I mean? But Lemon Lime also brought up a topic about, you know, fathers, stepdads taking care of their stepchildren
Okay.
better than they do their own biological child.
Oh.
Yes. And
Uh,
I had to track him down. I had to ask him what was going on with that. I was like way blown away from that. And I wanted to know, what you thought about that. What did you think about that?
as far as stepdads and stepmothers taking, stepping up, or so he's basically saying the parent is taking better care of their stepchildren than their own children.
Yeah, he's saying that sometimes, that may be the case. He wanted to know why it is that some stepfathers take care of their stepchildren better than they do their own.
Well, I'll just go there extreme. I mean, is the mother making it available for the man to take care of both of his kids? And I don't want to just put it all on the woman because the man does, is the leader, but at the same time, it's like, if the woman is not, making it available, or if your stepchild comes over and, she don't put butter on the baby's toast and then butters all her kids' toast, that's not an easy situation to deal with and also keep your household intact without, your wife feeling threatened and at the risk of your children's self-esteem, basically.
If you guys saw me put my finger up to my lips, that was because that was my son's dad. He's excluded,
Yeah.
so I don't want him to think that he's being bashed over here because,
No, no one's being bashed. We just
right. My son's father actually is over here now to pick his baby up, so I consider myself a lucky mom. He might want to, I don't know if he wants to get back on camera. Do you want to get back on camera, Will? He has no comment on that one. I don't think he wants to get back on camera on this one. But again, Lynn, I think Lemon Lime touched on a lot of different things, and it's not just it's not Wait a minute, maybe he might show up and come on in here anyway and do a little something something. Come on in here.
I remember. Have you also? This just makes me think about Life. He had a song on his first album, and it's called "She Got Kids." And it's a pretty deep song, and he's saying basically in like the second verse, like, what if I'm wrong, or what if I'm accused of choosing favorites in your eyes, would he be wrong for loving his flesh and blood a little bit more? Like, is that really wrong? You know what I mean? Like, you can't really,
Well, my son's father is standing here right now. I think he got a little bit something to say. I'm gonna go ahead. You hear that? She said hi. Come on over here and say something. I'm gonna turn the camera around, you guys, so you can see my son's father. He is in the picture. Well, you can. Okay, go ahead and wave. Go ahead and wave. Okay, he's letting it be known that he is in the picture. So you basically speaking to the world. Yeah. You basically commenting on what Lemon Lime said. We were talking about some stepdads that take care of their stepkids better than they do their own kids. But there's some women out there that again, like I was saying too.
cut you off. They'll have kids and then, get married, and then the babies they have with their husband are, on a pedestal, and the children they had prior are not. So it goes both ways.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We have some deadbeat stepmoms out there too. But like I said again, my son is pretty fortunate because you see his dad standing right here making sure,
You're like, wait a minute.
He might choke me out after we get on this. But you ain't no deadbeat stepdad, so.
People don't realize is that it's it's not a choice. It's just something that happens. Like, okay, a man can get with a woman, or a woman can get with a man that already have kids. Like, say for my say for instance, in my situation, I got with a woman that have kids. That don't mean that I'm taking care of her kids better than my own son. That means that if I'm paying the bills at my house and she's there and her kids are there, they just there.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit here and let them starve, or I'm not gonna sit there and treat them no different or better than my son. Because if you can ask my son, I get all of them together and be like, I'm gonna treat all y'all the same. They might be step sisters or
and that's a real man.
Everybody get treated the same. I love all y'all just the same, no matter what. Now, if one don't want to come over a lot because he's older and he want to hang with his homies, then some people can think that he's never around, so he's the man initially take care of his deputy as better than his own.
But see, we know that you put it down, and then maybe what he just had to say is pretty much basically covering. I mean, what my son's father just said. Some of you daddies need to apply it, because a lot of times you guys do let females control what you do with your kids, and then there's also females that get jealous because of the fact that well, he's going to go get his daughter, and he ain't trying to do nothing but blah 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 blah. I had my kids, and my kids is better. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you do have that issue too. And again, you also have to establish a friendship. Like what I got over here with my son's father, we got a cool little
Definitely.
friendship also. So that's very important also. If you got a cool friendship and understanding, and you're not trying to run into the courts and dog them out. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said before, Lynn, it's not about money; it's about time.
Exactly. And the other thing is too, as far as like with the mothers who are, stepmothers too, in the situations I mean that I've been in with other children involved. I mean, just say, basics of maybe we're going to the movies or maybe, I tend to even, step out like my kids might look at me like, dang mom, you like the stepkids more, and it's not that. It's just that I would never want to be accused of, being negligent or envious or doing anything to anyone's child. So if I keep that in my, it's like in my forefront, but it's also at the same time, you don't really, I mean, like Will said, it's kind of rare nowadays. If you're single, you're gonna meet somebody that doesn't have kids either way. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like just it's a tough situation, but I think, like you said, with friendships and with keeping the kids first, and like Will said, also he loves all of them. And that's the key point.
And
I
that's
know
the
a lot of
business.
women. It's like, oh well, I don't want him involved. With his son or his daughter he had earlier, and it's like, to me, if you love that man, you're gonna love anything he has and anything he comes with. So it's not gonna, and vice versa with the woman, because some men also too don't just necessarily, are not that keen to be around a woman's, children either. They might be
Right.
threatened by that also.
Well, see, my son is a type like this. If he sees somebody trying to holler at his mom, he got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another topic that needs to be brought up too. A lot of sons are very protective of their mothers,
Mhm.
and not only that, you got a son too. So I already know how it is with
And
Jonathan. And
taller than me, looking down at.
yeah, my son is taller than me
Yeah.
too. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, Lynn, I really appreciate you doing this interview. And for those women out there that you guys need to go see For Color Girls, though. That's the business.
Yeah.
Go see it. Don't go get no bootleg copy. Go see the movie. Sit
Support,
down.
support.
Right. Sit down and check out the movie. And my son's father's back here smiling. He needs to go check it out too. But he, we're gonna strike that one. But anyway, the real deal. Just go check out the movie because I went and saw it last night, and I
Check
mean,
your
wow.
ticket stubs. They be trying to play us like they did Spike Lee in the early '90s. Check the ticket stubs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, peace out. You guys, I love you. Thank you for all your support. Jaja Spot. We'll be coming back again. Our next segment might be about sex. I'm just playing. Some tattoos, women in tattoos, guys and booze, whatever, but it's gonna be pretty good. Lynn, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Peace and hair grease.